Welcome back. So, motorcycle show went good. It rained the entire time, and I got no videos. I got no pictures. I got nothing. It was wet. What I did get on last Thursday, I want to get rid of the flat fenders on my Jeep because I don't like. I wish they had like the 3-inch flare on the outside. So I wish they weren't just flat along with the body. It'd be great if it was a trailer vehicle or whatever, but so to be somewhat legal, I have my garden edging, which also I don't like, just don't want to get pulled over. And then I have the Smitty built rear flares as well. But I have so much room here. I don't like it. If it didn't have the body lift, it'd probably look better. So I got some fenders. Don't mind that. I got these for free. This one is not too bad. Even on the inside, it's not terrible. This was apparently just put on for some cosmetic likings. Even on the inside, the strut arm rotted away. Maybe a little bit of rust there, but even that's, people will try to whack that off. And but yeah, this one's in great shape. This is the driver's side. The passenger side is not the case. So the passenger side, I already took the flare off and the diamond plate. This is what we got. So we have a hole here. We got a hole here. We got a hole here and here and here. This is rusty. We have this. Alright, so what we're gonna do is fix this. The rest of it's pretty good in here, where my fenders are not great there. This might be a little janky, but the fronts are good. The inside back here is also pretty rough. This strut rod is also bad. So, pretty bad. But it's all fixable. So on my Jeep, I do not have those factory strut mounts anymore. I was curious. I thought maybe. But I do have this. So once I get the fenders, both of them fixed up and ready to go on, then that's a great time to pull those fenders, the Smitty built ones off, and pull the rock sliders off, and we'll start fixing that rust. It's a good reason. But this, so we're gonna fix it. I got lots of sheet metal. So what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna start cutting it out, make templates. Is that bad? See? Might even be able to save this lip. You can't see nothing, too bright. But it's nothing. Ain't nothing. Alright, I'll start cutting. Alright, so one of the things that's kind of a bummer about all this is that all of this, like this whole corner, has to disappear. And that's only bad because I will have no reference as to like where the fender is actually supposed to go anymore. So I'm gonna take, this is just poster board from the dollar store. This is my fan favorite for this kind of stuff. Could make it smaller, but then I'll make it too small and then it won't work. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna line this side up to make it as straight as I feel necessary. Alright, then we're just gonna take a Sharpie too bad. I like it. So now we have this piece. So we can reference. And we will have the body, the fender flare here. So realistically, this doesn't matter. You know, I mean, we have to make sure that we don't have like wavy panels, but this will suffice. Now what I should do, Sharpie, I'm gonna make a mark here because I don't plan on cutting up here. So I'm going to just trace this because I won't sand that off. Alright, so just like that. Just that easy. Just that easy. We have this little guy. That'll go pow, right there. And again, these are all just real rough, kind of quick trim ups. And, you know, I may cut this out in here, this back support, because it's pretty rusty, but so then we have our original one, so that way we can line up on that line, remember, on the line. But then this one should be the actual piece that needs to go there. And again, a little bit of room for error. Now what I think I'm going to do is, I didn't account in for this little lip in here. So I may just add a little bit extra onto this when I trace it onto the sheet metal and hammer that over. Now it's obviously not going to look great. So the other option would be to weld a strip all the way down along, and then that could just end up a whole can of worms anyway of being all jaggedy and bumpity. And then we have this guy. This one is going to fit, and this one I definitely cut bigger, but this one's going to go in there, and then it's going to get bent along here, which I will probably, I don't know how I'm going to bend that. No, I could make like little slits, kind of little engraves, and then weld it along the top here, and then just weld it down across, or I can bend it over a piece of pipe, which is probably what I'll do if I can find something that has a similar radius. Where do I keep pointing you guys? I don't even know. If I can find something that has a similar radius to this, like maybe like a 1-inch tube, I'll just tack it and hammer it. Could do that. Alright, so I have my piece, and that's up, and top, front. So this is where we were talking about leaving a little extra for a lip. So I really don't know if I want to do that. All right, we'll do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to, well, we'll just make this line. Kind of just go down there, and then we'll make that line. Might as well just trace the whole thing while we're at it. Get over here. Now we'll take this. I need a straight piece. that is not straight. And then we will make a piece about that. Bend there. Oh, this one won't be as good. So that way, if anything, we could just make a little piece. We'll just probably nip that. Where's that even going to go? What does this one do? Oh, that's the very bottom. That would be better to have. So I'm gonna cut this out and see what it looks like. Did you say perfect? Sheesh. Where's our... Oh. Now remember, the only thing, because of this fender flare, is going to be here. The only thing that really matters is because this fender flare is going to be here, the only thing that really matters is that it clears. Right? So as long as this and this look good, whatever else you see under here don't really matter. I did notice that I do need to trim this or hammer them down a little farther, which is fine. So I am going to continue probably just making patch panels. I want to kind of get this done quick. So I'm going to cut out the center section, the long one. The one's going to be the most difficult, I think. I want to get them all cut out before I do any welding. Just easier that way. That way I can have everything and can tack here, tack there, kind of get shapes going. So I'm going to cut out the other one and probably I'll at least get it cut out, and then maybe I'll bring you back for hammering around a piece of pipe to make the shape. Got metal shavings all over me. Just quick intro. All right, so as you can see, we got this piece bent up. So I just kind of marked where it was flat. Kind of, well, not here. I held it up when it was a big flat piece, and I kind of marked where it started to bend here. Same over here, marked where it started to bend. And then I took it over to here, and I held it nice and straight, rolled it all the way back around the bottom, and then I marked where it started to stay flat. See? And then I opened up my vise, and that's the great thing about metal. This is what I enjoy, is that you can make this nice rounded bend with some creativity. I mean, it's not perfect, but again, it'll be good enough. I mean, it's pretty darn good for, you know, we'll sand out these marks. These are marks from the vise. So I just opened up the vise about, you know, like this far or whatever, and I set it down in, and I used a piece of round bar that I had, and I just hammered it in. At first I was tapping with the hammer, and that was not a very consistent line. So now if we hold it up here, still have some trimming to do, but it fits there. The curve is pretty good. I have to trim the back side off it because there's a lot of overhang. But, I mean, focus. But, come on. Come on. And then the back. Winging it, baby. Winging it. Alright, so I have all of this piece ready to go in. Let's get my magnet. Okay, so we got good, there's a bit of a gap here, not too worried. Good corner here, it lines up all on the bottom, and that edge, this does fit tighter. I will just kind of move stuff around as I need to when I am going to tack, because I'll tack all along the edge. And like I said, I'm going to replace this as well because this is all rotted out. I should probably do there too. Nope, not going to. Just going to do here. It's such a shame that, like, this is where they rust out because it's double the thickness. Can I just turn you around like this? So you can see right here. Oh, guess I'm going to do there. So right, grinder. So right here, they put this extra piece in, and then it just creates a place for water to get in between. And then it stops here, where there's also a whole bunch of rust. Am I cutting that out? Oh, this might be the first time I'm seeing this. I probably should do that, because it's just, but again, the water shoots up into the here. This is where the tire turns when you're, who cares? It shoots up into here, and it sits, and then it rots. Get some leaves and dirt in there. So I'll put you on the tripod, and I'll probably just time-lapse me tacking it together. I hope you saw most of that. Hope I wasn't blocking the camera too much. Don't grab a hot weld. It's not good. But so we did get that tacked up. Kind of looked down over the top of it. I was trying to space my welds out, you know, very slowly and work around it. I didn't weld the bottom because I said I'm going to cut some of that out. But I don't think I warped it. We are going to take a flap wheel over it. I don't know if I have a brand new freshie. I'll look. And again, even with like a flap wheel, you don't want to be pushing real hard because you'll still warp it. Doesn't matter. And so we're gonna get that done, and maybe I'll tack up those aluminum rivet spots, and maybe I'll just continue and see when I bring you back in. Whatever. I don't know. Okay, so next we got this little guy here. I rounded the edges. I rounded the edges pretty good so I can fit where I did not, or where I wasn't able to cut out. Oh yeah, perfect. RDA or pneumatic, but that's good enough, right? Well, that's a good can too. I shouldn't paint it anyway, but I have to. I want to. Just want to see what it looks like. Failure will fix it. But yeah, we still have to finish this, cut this out. I don't know, maybe we'll get more done this weekend. Or maybe this is where we end it. If I do end it here, let's use this. And that's all we're going to do this week on No Car Garage. No car garage because I got a garage. I can't fit a car in it. We cut out all the rust. We have about, what do we have? 2 hours? Three max. Probably 2 hours. Cut the rust out, make the patch panels just quick and dirty. You know. Let me get that flare. Alright, so all we got to do is make it look good enough for that. Little filler here, some there, glaze this over, long block it. Sick. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me what I did wrong. Leave a comment. Say, good job. Say, saved another one. These were going to go to the trash. The guy that I got these from. Thank you. Well, actually, I don't know if he's going to trash them. But the guy on Facebook gave these to me. Because he didn't need them. He's helping me out. So, thank you. I'm going to send this to him anyway. Also, remember, it doesn't matter what you're doing. As long as you're doing something.